Jeju-do is definitely a place where if you can, it's so close.
Yeah,
It's so
less
beautiful.
than 45 minutes.
You want to take off. But if you can't get on a plane and you want to travel a little bit closer, there's a lot of other places here in Korea. Have you been able to travel to other Korean destinations?
Yes, I actually also went to Busan,
Busan.
Korea's second city.
It is the coolest city.
Right.
Busan.
People walk around in their bathing suits. I mean, it's so cool.
Haeundae, right?
Yeah, Haeundae area.
Yeah, and Busan, I think, is one of the most passionate cities in the world.
Yes.
So full of energy.
Definitely.
Crazy
And
nightlife.
The
Yeah.
weather's
Yeah.
great.
The weather is great. I also went to the ball game there, the Lotte Giants.
They are very passionate
Right,
there.
and the fans there are crazy. It was
They
really
love-
fun.
Yeah.
Did you do the cheers?
Yeah, I did the
You did
cheers.
the cheers.
and-
All right.
really fun time.
There's so many places here in Korea that you can travel to. Definitely, Jeju-do we've been, of course.
Yes, we've been to Busan.
But have you ever been able to travel to places where you didn't really know the place, you
Yeah.
know, and had to kind of learn a little bit more when you got there?
Right. Suncheon was one of those
Oh,
places.
Suncheon.
Suncheon.
That's
That was our-
way down south.
Yeah.
It's far.
That was the last of the third places.
You got to visit.
3 places that we
Jealous.
visited. I had no idea what Suncheon even was, but
Yeah.
when I arrived,
It's right next to
it
Yeosu, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
So it has beautiful air, and it's famous for their preservation of the ecosystem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
went to like a garden expo, and there were all sorts of flowers that I've never seen before, and
Beautiful.
plants.
I believe there's also the green tea fields there too. The really
That's
famous
Posang
one.
near Suncheon.
Yeah, it's
Near.
near there, right?
But it's still nearby.
Yeah,
Are you a flower man?
I'm not really a flower man,
You should have used that in your video.
but I love, everyone loves nature
Of
and
course.
being around good air.
Fresh air.
Exactly.
Oh,
It was really nice, and there was also the time travel to the 14th century Korea.
What?
With the old houses and
What's that?
how
in Suncheon.
How
Really?
traditional.
It's like a traditional village? That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you must have had a great vacation.
Then everybody's going to wonder because nobody goes on vacation alone.
Yep. Yeah. There's
You
always
went-
got to be somebody
Yeah.
with you to make it more exciting.
You couldn't have possibly
True.
gone everywhere alone.
Luckily,
Luckily.
yes, I had a travel partner.
You did?
A buddy.
Who'd you go with?
Tasha from the girl group Scarf.
Of course. They were here on our show.
Yeah.
The Virus.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
we know that song.
You went with an idol girl.
I'm so
Your
grateful.
fans are going to write you hate
I-
mail right now.
I did a kunjar to the PD님.
a big
Bow
bow.
down.
Yes, I
Bow
bowed
down.
Oh
So
my
thankful.
gosh. So you guys, you get to travel.
Yeah, we traveled those 3
All
places,
together.
and our travel story, you'll be able to watch it on Discovery Channel soon.
Oh, so you actually have a program that you're filming for
Right.
for all of this traveling. I was
That's
wondering, all summer you
awesome.
just traveled everywhere? So you did it for something special.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't travel with
just
Tasha.
Yeah, that's what we're
just
like.
for the fun of it.
We're like,
Okay.
oh my
No,
gosh,
no.
this is gonna go out, and people are gonna be now. It's gonna be the biggest thing. John Park's dating Tasha.
Right.
Oh
no,
my.
he's not.
No,
it's just
it's for the
yeah.
program.
Okay.
But that's the best way to do anything is to go, do something for work, but get to travel and
Exactly.
enjoy the
Yeah.
actual country.
7384 says every time you do an interview or you're on a show and you talk about food,
Mm-hmm.
all you do is you talk about food, and they think that you live for eating.
Well, we're foodies.
Very
I mean.
passionate about food.
Oh, yeah.
More than music.
Oh,
Really?
we have
No,
a
music
lot
more,
to
music
talk
more.
about. It's that good.
I
is
think
what
my
he's saying.
manager's
His
gonna...
manager was out there going, okay,
No,
you're
no,
not
no.
a cook, John.
It's
Music first,
Music
of course.
first.
Well, because 3259 now is asking, we're talking about summer vacation, things like that. Can you live life or imagine life without Korean cold buckwheat,
Buckwheat
noodles,
noodles.
naengmyeon?
No.
no, it's like,
No way.
Is that your favorite food?
I have it maybe like 4 or 5 times a week.
Really?
the water naengmyeon or the
the mulnaengmyeon.
the mulnaengmyeon.
Right.
That's so literal.
Ah.
Oh man.
But not like the sour and kind of spicy stuff.
just the straight up.
It's called Pyongyang
Pyongyang, yes.
Which is
a little more bland.
Right.
Yeah, with the brown noodles. I
the noodles
believe.
are a little
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
too.
Exactly.
Somebody that we know, very close producer of us, he used to eat that Pyongyang naengmyeon after when he was trying to
sober up.
sober up.
Yeah.
So every time. So I thought because we always went with him when he was trying to sober up. That's what you're supposed to do. And one time we had this big meeting with everybody, and I got a little bit, and I wasn't feeling well. And so I went to go eat Pyeongnam. It made me sick. I didn't.
Made you sick, really?
Yeah, I could.
It works for certain people, but it didn't work for her.
For me, it's such a great
To
hangover
sober,
cure.
Which it was for our producer.
Yeah.
Don't understand that. We have me good friend who says that they hate being ostracized and looked down upon when they're speaking Korean because they're also a Korean 교포. So they want to know, how do you deal with that? Because there are times where you'll get the stare, and it's kind of a cultural thing. It's different.
Probably more before than now because your Korean is perfect.
But when you first got here, what was your best coping mechanism?
Coping mechanism. I don't know. I think people are more forgiving about not knowing the language that well.
Right.
But understanding the culture and the mannerisms and being very polite, I think is the first step.
Right.
So
Very
just being accustomed to that, and being very polite to your elders and your 선배s.
Respectful.
Yeah, and if you're willing to learn, and if you're very positive about learning about Korea and the language, I think
They'll
most people will
forgive
help
you.
you instead of judging you.
Well said.
Very true.
Well said.
Because some people, we were like this too when it first came out. We were like, yeah, all loud, speaking English on the subway. And then people were staring at us, and we stared back, like, why are you staring at us? And we were very young.
We were
and naive.
18.
Yeah.
Sorry. But we've learned and we've grown.
And that is the best way to do that, is to be more respectful and to, want to learn.
Right.
Unfortunately,
No.
after all of this chit-chat,
No.
it's already time to say
It's
goodbye.
already 1:25.
It can't be. No, this clock is wrong. I think it's like 30 minutes fast.
We've definitely had so much fun talking and just listening
too.
to you sing. And honestly, Min and I were fine just sitting here staring at
I
you.
know. But we didn't need anything. We could have just went with the beep.
But it is time to say goodbye, and you have a lot of fans who are joining us today who want to hear a little bit more about what's going to happen in your future. What can they look forward to?
In my spare time, I'm still working on my music
Okay.
while I'm shooting all different kind of shows and programs. And before the year's over, definitely want to do a concert. So please be on the lookout.
5,000
All right.
people. I definitely see you later on, progress and being even more than just a singer, like a musical actor. You have that in you.
I would love to.
I think you would be
Someday.
like the best Romeo.
All you got to do now is look out for him in the future doing other stuff, not just music. Who knows? Maybe he'll start singing his economic...
No thanks.
Sorry.
I see him singing and cooking, maybe.
We do have to say goodbye, but thank you so much for
Thank
joining us,
you.
John.
Thank you for having me.
Promise
Thank
to
you
come
so
back
much.
someday in the future?
I promise.
All right.
Thank you.
We have one last track for the third segment. This is also going to close off John Park's segment here, you guys. This is off of this new album.
Yes.
It's a song that was written and composed by you yourself.
Wow.
And it's called...
그만.
Bye, John. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.